Welcome to the HowTheyLostWeight.com interview program, where you'll learn weight loss strategies and techniques from real people who've successfully lost weight and kept it off. We invite you to sit forward, get ready to take notes, and join your host and weight loss expert, David Fry, as he interviews today's weight loss guest.
Hello, everyone. My name is David Fry, and I am your host of the How They Lost Weight podcast, and I welcome you today for another awesome interview from somebody who lost a lot of weight and has kept it off. Her name is Amber Suter, and she's from Spring Hill, Tennessee. She owns a gym. She's a massage therapist, and she's also a professional network marketer. Now, she lost over 105 pounds, and so she has a lot of great advice for us. So let's go ahead and listen to the interview with Amber.
Hi, Amber, and welcome to the How They Lost Weight program. And I'm so grateful that you took the time to share your weight loss story with us.
Hi, thank you.
Okay, let's start off by asking you where you're from and what you do for a living.
I'm from Spring Hill, Tennessee, and I own a gym, and I'm also a massage therapist and a network marketing provider with It Works.
Great. And what was your starting weight? In other words, what was your highest weight, and what weight are you at right now?
305 pounds, and now I'm at 200.
Amazing. And how tall are you?
5'8".
And how long did it take you to lose that weight?
1 year.
And what motivated you to finally start losing the weight?
My health. Yeah, it had really declined and just really was tired of being unhealthy at such a young age.
When you looked into the mirror, were you ever depressed about what you looked like, or was that ever part of your motivation to start losing weight?
Oh, certainly, yes, because scale-wise was bad, but clothes-wise and look-wise, I was at the top of the scale when trying to find clothes in a department store. It was at the point I was at the highest size I could go before I had to transition into a specialty store to even get clothes.
And how did that make you feel?
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, very sad, very depressed and discouraged and ashamed.
So tell us exactly what you did to lose the weight, and try and be specific so that when our listeners hear it, they might be able to implement some of the things that you did.
Yes. Well, first of all, I went to the doctor and I got my thyroid checked, and I had to start on thyroid supplementation. And then I got with a personal trainer and started an exercise nutritional program, which was basically like eating a paleo diet, a lot of fruits and nuts and vegetables and meat, just very simple and easy to fix. And then I started supplementing with the It Works product, a thermogenic type product that doesn't affect your blood pressure or your health so adversely.
Tell us about the thyroid problem that you had and why that, I'm assuming, made you gain weight.
Yes. I have hypothyroidism is what I was diagnosed with, a sluggish thyroid, and it kept me from being able to lose the weight like everyone else. I needed an extra supplement because when I would eat right and exercise, I still didn't have the same effects as someone who doesn't have hypothyroidism.
Is that what gave you a clue that you needed to see the doctor about your thyroid?
Yes, because I reached out to other women who were losing weight, but I was doing the same things they were without the same results. So that was a big clue.
And can you share what specifically you were given and what that medical routine looks like?
Yes, it is a T3, T4 compounded supplement that I get from my physician, who's an alternative medicine doctor. And I take one a day, and that's it.
So how have you managed to keep the weight off?
Just adopting the healthy lifestyle. I maintain the paleo diet. I exercise every day. I surround myself with positive people who are on the same journey. I also like to inspire other people who are at where I was at 305 pounds. And I've actually had, some encouraging words from some women with the same struggles that say, we need you to keep it off because you are our motivation. So I actually know I'm motivation for other people, so that makes me work that much harder to help them.
Where did you find your support group?
Well, mainly just friends and family, the internet, Facebook. There's a lot of community outlets out there, outreach.
Are you a member of a very specific community online?
Not really, other than Fat Fighter Mom. I'm a member of it, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, just here at the gym, we have like a little program that we run. So I think most local gyms have their own little weight loss programs.
You're listening to the HowTheyLostWeight.com interview program.
And what mental adjustments have you had to make to lose the weight?
Oh, yeah, some significant mental aspects have changed. Just the negative self-talk changed to positive self-talk. You really have to motivate yourself and be, willing to make the changes and resist temptations. And, mentally you have to grow and you have to be stronger to, maintain and achieve your goals.
Do you look at food differently now than you did before, and in what way?
Oh, yes. Well, I think I had more of an experience with food that's helped me look at it differently is when I started eating healthy and I slipped off the wagon a couple of times and realizing how bad that bad food made me feel. I just didn't want to feel bad anymore. So I know when I look at, say, a box of Ritz crackers, I know how it's going to make me feel, so I don't choose it.
How do you control your temptations to overeat or eat the wrong foods?
Mentally. I have this mantra that says, how bad do you want it? I say that to myself every time I have a temptation.
You mentioned that you exercise. Can you explain specifically what exercises you do, when you do them, and where you do them?
Yes. Every morning before I eat breakfast, I bicycle or go out and walk for 45 to 60 minutes. And 3 to 4 days a week, I do weightlifting on the machines in the gym. And then in the evening time, if I still feel like I just want a little extra to do, I'll go out for like a 30-minute walk.
Can you describe your current diet or healthy eating plan you're following right now? For instance, what do you eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, desserts, or dessert alternatives?
Yes. In the morning, I either drink a protein shake or I eat egg whites and salsa. Snacks are mainly like apples and oranges, nuts, like almonds and walnuts. Lunches and dinners, I have healthy proteins like chicken, beef, turkey, and I always fill up the rest of my plate with vegetables, all sorts of vegetables to choose from, broccoli and asparagus. I also have like a sweet potato or a red potato.
Do you eat any desserts or dessert alternatives? I
don't. No, I don't eat desserts. I I think the sweetest thing that I eat would probably be like the fruit, like apples and oranges and berries.
So I don't know if you live with other family members, but if you do, how do you integrate your eating plan to accommodate the rest of your family?
Well, actually, we all eat this way now. I do have growing teenage boys and my husband is also healthy and fit, and they just eat more of what I eat. They eat higher calories than I do, but the same food.
What about your supplements? Do you take any?
I do. I take a thermogenic that is non-stimulating because I know I have thyroid disease, so that's very important. Before I exercise, so that I burn more calories while I exercise. And greens, it's a powdery substance that gives you an additional 8 vegetables a day, so I can actually boost my nutrition intake just to make sure. Because sometimes when you have thyroid disease, you don't absorb as many nutrients that you eat. So just to safeguard that, to make sure I'm getting enough nutrients.
And looking back now over your weight loss journey, what would you do differently?
Start sooner. Definitely not wait until I got so at rock bottom.
So tell us, what are your 3 best pieces of advice to those who are on their weight loss journey and want to lose the weight and keep it off for a long time?
Well, firstly, I think you've got to find your breakthrough point. And secondly, I think you need to surround yourself with positive people so you can have that extra drive on the days that things aren't going so well. And thirdly, I think you've got to realize that it's not just the weight loss that you have to worry about. It's the keeping it off. So there's actually a 2-stage process, and you just can't forget about that last stage.
What were your biggest struggles that you had to overcome in the past year?
I think it was not turning to the little quick and easy meals. Everything I needed to prepare myself.
So when you go and shop, do you have a method for choosing your foods when you go into the grocery store?
Yes. I only have basically 4 sections that I go to. The fruit and vegetable section, the meat section, the dairy and eggs, and the nuts. And that's it. I don't visit any other parts of the grocery store.
What final words would you have to say to those of you who are starting, to those of the listeners who are starting out their own weight loss journey right now?
I would just say, don't just do it for yourself. Do it to help others, because there's so many out there that's struggling with it that need that extra person to be an example. And I think, we not only do it for ourselves, but we need to be an example for others and lead from the front.
Wow, that was a great interview with Amber Suter, and she taught us an awful lot. So I want to go over a couple of things that she emphasized. Number one, she emphasized group support and accountability, and I know that's a common theme. And so if you are in your weight loss journey and you don't have any type of accountability in your goals or things like that, you need to get it, okay? The second thing she talked about is surrounding yourself with positive people, positive, like-minded people. This is so important. A lot of people will tell you that when you're around other people who do not care about their fitness or health, it makes it a little bit more difficult for you to stick on your weight loss journey. And so I'm not telling you to get rid of your old friend, but I am telling you to get some new friends that think like you, that want to be fit and healthy, and they will help you along your weight loss journey. And the final thing she emphasized is keeping it off. Now, I know we talk a lot about losing weight, but we don't talk enough about keeping the weight off that we've already lost. And she says that it's a 2-phase process, and you can't forget about the last stage. And that's true, because once you come down to your what I call happy weight, you need to have a plan, an action plan to stay at that weight, or at least stay within that area of weight. So you're watching your weight and you're making sure that you don't start sliding back up the scale. I want to invite everybody here to go to howtheylostweight.com because I have a really cool book over there that I want to give to you. It's called 7 Ways to Break Through Your Weight Loss Plateaus. And this is a step-by-step report for anyone who is frustrated because they have stalled in their weight loss efforts. And I don't know if you are the same as me, but there are many times where I've been losing weight and I've stalled at a certain weight, and it's become very frustrating to break through that stall. I wrote this ebook for those people who are frustrated and can't seem to get off that weight loss plateau. I give them 7 different and unique ways to be able to do that. So go over to howtheylostweight.com, click on ebooks, and scroll down the page. You will find it, and go ahead and download it. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you learned something new. I hope it motivated you, and I hope you're with us on the next episode of the How They Lost Weight podcast.
Thank you for listening to the HowTheyLostWeight.com interview program. We hope you were inspired today and discovered a new tip, technique, or strategy to help you on your journey to lose weight, get fit, and stay healthy for life.